guys, it's Boydom from Sweden, and in today's video we are going to find out if it's possible to go from nothing to a knife using the weekly care packages, which you get for free once every week. But before we do that, I'd like to thank today's video sponsor, which is SkinsMonkey. They're one of the best and easy to use trading sites for CSGO, and it's perfect for switching up your inventory to play with new skins, especially now for CS2. And by clicking the link in the description or using code ANOMALY, you get a deposit bonus of up to 35%, which is insane. And if you're making your first trade, you can also put code ANOMALY and you get up to $5 for free. Plus, they've got many nice extras like freebies for free skins and free balance and 24/7 support. So if you want to try them out, then please do so from the link in the description. And thank you once again, SkinsMonkey, for sponsoring this video. Now, while doing the research for this video, I could be lazy and just assume the weekly value, but that is not what I did, because I suffer from weaponized autism. So I've actually gathered a total of 1 year, actually it's 49 weeks, but it's basically the same, of my previous drops. As you can see here, I have a bunch of screenshots from drops that I've gotten, but as you may know, CS2 hasn't been out for 49 weeks, so around half of those drops are actually from CSGO before CS2 release, but it's the same. You would get 2 items, and I've compiled all of that data. And here you can actually see some of that data. I would write up every single week, this is in CS2, of the 4 potential items I could get, and then I would choose 2 of the items that were the most expensive. So from this week, I could choose Pop Dog, the Salt Spray, Revolution Case, or the Scar 20, and I chose the Revolution Case and Scar 20 because those were the most expensive. And as you can see, there are quite a lot of different weeks of data. Now, I compiled all of this data, and in total, as I said, I have 49 drops, and actually, there we go, some skins that I've bought. Very nice, very nice. Let's see here, drops. You see how autistic I am? I've even saved the drops. These are not all of them, but these are most of the drops that I got recently. I decided to save just so I'd have them. In total, all of these weeks of drops add up to a total dollar value of 21.92 USD. The best drop I got by far was from CSGO when I got the Winter Offensive weapon case, which is worth around $4.5, around €4. That is insanely expensive for a weekly drop. And interestingly enough, that was actually on week 2 since I started this project, so I was very lucky very quickly. However, many of the items that I got, you can see I kept. So that means my average value per week in free drops is $0.45. But as you can see, I didn't really optimize it fully because I still have some kilowatt cases. I have some on other accounts where I got drops, and I haven't sold them yet, and I priced them as of now. However, of course, if I did sell them during the hype, during the peak value when I got the drops, which was closer to the release date of the kilowatt case, I could have gotten way more value out of them. But for this project, I wanted to keep all the drops that I got and price them at the same time at the end of the project, which is now. Now, with the help of Cantry, I actually managed to stumble across a Russian case botting service of sorts, a website, and on that website they had statistics, and their statistics look like this as of right now. And as you can see, the main drops happening right now is the Recoil, Revolution, Fracture, and Kilowatt case, and also the Dreams and Nightmares, and rare cases are only about 1% of total drops, meaning the fact that I even got one of the Winter Offensive cases is like really rare, 1 in 100. And you can actually see all of the individual drop chances here. I took screenshots on my phone. Fracture case is around 20%, but obviously getting something like a Operation Wildfire case is very, very low percent, like 0.05%. But one thing that was very interesting and very useful for this video is the average drop price, which they had at the bottom of their website. This was counted in Russian rubles, but as you can see, the average weekly drop that you would get was around 54 rubles, which is 0.05 $2.59. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. I was a little bit under this because I guess I just didn't do that many weeks. These guys do thousands and thousands of drops every month. Me, obviously, I only did 49, so it makes sense. But one thing this screenshot actually proves is that I should have sold my kilowatt cases when they were new to optimize the amount of money I would have. Because as you can see, there are a few distinct spikes in value. And if you look at the dates, those dates coincide with the release of a case. The most recent spike being in early 2024, where it went all the way up to over 200 ruble average that week, which is of course because of the kilowatt case. If you got it as a drop, you could sell it early on for €5, maybe even 10, 15 euro if you were one of the first people to get the case drop. Anyways, what can we now do with this info? Well, we know on average I was getting $0.45 per week, and in total I got $22 over the course of basically a year. And the cheapest knife right now being the Navaha Safari Mesh field tested being $71.5. We can calculate how long it takes on average to get your first ever knife for free by only selling your weekly drops. If we go by my statistics, on average it would take you 160 weeks to get a single knife, the cheapest one possible, which is this one, which is 3.08 years until you get a Navaha Safari Mesh field tested. Very nice! However, if we use the statistics of the Case Farm bots, on average it would take you 121 weeks, which is a, I guess, better average because they have a much larger sample size, which means on average it might take you 2.33 years to get a knife. That is, of course, without including the Steam market fees. Knowing that the cheapest knife, this Safari Mesh, is $71, we can also, for fun, calculate how long it would take for you to get a knife like this by just working average salary job in USA. USA average hourly earnings is $34.75, which means you would have to work 2 hours to get a knife like this instead of fighting your ass off getting drops for 2 or 3 years. So in my opinion, is it possible to get a knife using only the weekly drops? Yes, of course. You could set up many accounts. It depends on how many accounts you have. Right now, I mostly just did it on my main account, which means I was getting 1 drop a week. However, if you set up or have something like 10 accounts that can get drops, you're going to drastically lower the amount of time you're going to need to put in to get a knife. If you have 10 accounts and on average you're getting $0.59 per, that's almost $6 a week, which means you would only need to put in like 12 weeks or so across all the accounts to get a knife like the Navaha. However, here comes the more important question. Do I think that it is worth it? Is it appropriate to farm that long just for a knife? No. There's a lot of other methods you can make money. Just go mow your neighbor's lawn, or what I used to do in school, I would buy soda and candy, stash them in my locker, and then I would sell them to my classmates, and then I'd make a little bit of money. There's many ways. This weekly drop thing is not the way, unless this is like literally the only way you can get any balance on your Steam wallet. But yeah, to summarize things in the end, I think definitely if you're going to try to do something like this, expect it, if you have only one account, to take way over 2 years. But also, you need to always kinda be on your PC in case there is a new case. Then you need to get the drop quickly and sell it, because that can really boost the amount of value you get from your weekly drop. Also, I would say don't sell everything instantly. Some items that I've gotten from drops have actually gone up in value since I got them. But of course, new items like the kilowatt case have gone down in value a lot. So yeah, my summary is it possible to go from nothing to a knife using only the in-game drops? Yes, of course. But the real question is, should you do it? My answer is hell no. Just go mow a lawn or something. Whoop him!